Okay, I got a question on my van tour video about what is inside these Milwaukee job site organizers. So I thought I'd run you through really quickly what's in here and the type of inventory I keep on this van all the time. So starting at the top, we've got nails and staples, which is essentially normal staples for insulation, aluminum nails, roofing nails in various sizes, and crown staples. Moving on, we've got drywall screws. This is our most used box, and it has various screw lengths. I'll go through that later. Specialty fasteners is hardy backer and cement board, miscellaneous washers, just stuff that doesn't really have a home and we don't need a whole box for. Framing and decking, this is joist hanger nails, and then all our Fasten Master screws. So we've got head locks and through locks and truss locks and ledger locks and just a lot of locks in there. Over here we've got our machine screws, so every machine screw we could need. Mostly we use these for cabinets and mounting hardware. So if we've got drawers with various thickness of drawer fronts, we've got every screw we need here in varying lengths. And if we don't have a size, we've got washers and nuts to sort of make up for that. Super useful. This is also for cabinet. We've got fast caps in pre-finished maple and white. We've got GRK screws in various lengths and finish head screws. And one of the cool things about this box is it's got magnets on the top, so you can stick your driver tips to that. We've also got touch-up kits for standard cabinet colors. Moving down, Craig jig screws. This is plugs and exterior and interior screws for pocket hole joinery of miscellaneous size. Self-tapping and metal screws. So this is for all our metal framing. Anything to do with metal or commercial work, it's in this box. And we've got 10 different types of screws in this box. Coming down here, big one. I love this box. Drywall anchors and hangers. So we've got picture hangers and drywall screws and different types of drywall anchors, toggle bolts, and washers. So this is such an asset if you're just sort of wrapping up a job and you're hanging miscellaneous stuff and there wasn't blocking there, or it's, you know, doing a repair, what have you. Coming down the list, ooh, the heaviest one of them all. Concrete anchors. So we've got miscellaneous sleeve fasteners, Hilti bolts, all these basic concrete ones over here, and then two sizes of Tapcons and concrete screws. That one is definitely a huge asset because if you've done any concrete drilling and different concrete reacts differently, sometimes one fastener doesn't really work, so it's great to have a half dozen different ways to connect something to concrete. Exterior screws, that's a good one. That's basically drywall screws of different sizes, and but exterior grade. We use that a lot, and it's also got Cortex screws in them, which is Fasten Master's system for plugging PVC. It's a hidden fastening system, but it's great. Check that out if you're not already using that. At the bottom, the least used is our ram set. So we've got shots and pins, different power, and that's just for fastening into concrete. I used to use this a lot, but I'm not a huge fan of this system anymore, but it's in there if we need it. On the inventory side, this is all screws. This is our inventory side, which you can tell by orange tape on the handle. Over here, this isn't completely organized yet, but if it's a tool or inventory, it's got the brown tape, and if it's red, that's first aid. Work in progress. Give me some break. Plumbing up at the top, basic plumbing tools, PVC cement, plumbing caps, stuff that we would need in an emergency in case our plumber wasn't on scene. Electrical materials, so this is basically just switch plate covers, nailing plates, different connection wire nuts, just stuff that might come up while we're waiting for our electrician. Same thing here, electrical tools, linemen's, wire strippers, testers, continuity testing, nailing plate staples, etc. This is an inventory box, so this has multi-tool blades, sandpaper, more sandpaper, Sharpies, and pencils. Coming down here, this is our PPE box, personal protection, safety glasses, hearing protection, disposable masks, reusable dust masks, earplugs, gloves, band-aids, and first aid. So this is a great one just to have. Anyway, each one of my guys should have one of these. Moving down the line, Drywall Tools. This is one of my favorite ones. We've got all the tools we need for any drywall product. I'll go through that later because that's a cool one. Next up is more inventory. So this is just miscellaneous stuff again, but this is AA batteries, 9-volt batteries, AAA batteries, clear plastic bumpers for cabinet doors, oak plugs and bungs, and weather stripping for doors. So this is basically a catch-all for things that it's good to have on the truck, but we don't have a place for it. And last but not least, zip ties and hose clamps and miscellaneous fasteners. So this is, just like I said, zip ties, hose clamps, and little clamps for wires and cables, coax, stuff like that. Okay, here's a look inside of one of my favorite boxes. This is the drywall box. So essentially, if we're hanging drywall, this has most of what we need aside from a utility knife and drywall to get the project done. Keyhole saw, tool to remove the bit, cutout tool, extra bits, extra tips, the gun, a rasp, and 1¼ drywall screws. Basically here you've got Kaizen foam and the existing screws that come with it, so it's a nice mix and keeps everything organized. Our most common box that we use is this Drywall Screw Box. It has 4 inches, 3 inches, 1 5/8, 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 2, 1 3/4. 3/4 seems like a small size, but trust me, if you're a renovation guy, you probably will use these if you have them on your truck. Everything is labeled. You can see 3/4 there. You can see 3/4 there. 1, 1, and you don't really need it if you take one thing out, but if you take everything out, it's good to know where things go. Just keeps everything consistent. Helps the new guys learn the ropes of where things go. Now you can also do a combination. You can do a combination of storage systems. So this is basically my electrical box, nothing fancy, just things I use frequently, and I've divvied up things into these smaller containers. Basically that's it. You can clip that, you can stack one on top, clip that in there, close that one, bring these clips up on the side, and then that's one unit ready to be carried. So here's a look at the inventory in the van that's not in the Milwaukee job site organizers. Starting out on this side, and this side we've got normal caulking tube storage, and basically we keep 2 tubes of PL premium construction adhesive. I love, love, love this stuff. It will stick to anything, masonry, drywall, you name it. We keep 1 tube of clear quad OSI exterior sealant, I guess is the proper term. Clear and white. We also have clear and white GE silicone. Make sure you get the stuff that's not paintable, but get a good one because the cheaper 1 and 2 varieties can yellow. 2 tubes of a basic lower quality, this is Dynaflex paintable caulk. We keep 2 tubes of PhenoSeal vinyl caulking as well. I use that for certain applications where things are going to be moving a lot. Over here we've got window, minimal expanding foam, big gap foam, and fire foam, oil primer. This is the odorless Kills, WD-40, can't live without that. Back here we've got metal strapping for ductwork, which is just great to have for miscellaneous things. G-tape, this is the flashing variety, but you could use something like Vicor or 3M makes a great product, but something for flashing the pan of a window and also sealing around it if you have a nailing fin. This is foil tape, For duct work, this is just a regular blue masking tape, duct tape, cheapo beige masking tape, and green G tape for putting down flooring protection over pre-finished wood or finished wood, something like that you want to release without pulling the finish off. Coming around this side, we've got construction adhesive, subfloor adhesive, and drywall adhesive. You gotta have a couple buckets, obviously. Fast cap, 2P10 glue, a CA glue, PVA glue, paint stripper. We've got a gallon of semi-gloss, super white. We've got a gallon of sealing white and a gallon of Zinsser oil primer. I've got this little Rust-Oleum touch-up kit for appliances. I don't know why, but I use it from time to time, so I keep it. Loctite, a roll of double-sided tape. What else do we have in this? We've got white lithium grease. I find that very useful if you're installing casement windows. Sometimes they're a little bit squeaky or something. This is great for that type of thing. Or patio doors, you don't really want to use WD-40. You want more of a thicker grease. Wipe-on polyurethane. Love this stuff. Also a great thing, it's worth its weight in gold, is the Fast Cap wax kit, because if you're installing a pre-finished floor and you want to fill a couple nail holes, or basically any random wood project like pre-finished ground molding and you don't have like color, blah blah blah. So that's pretty much what we keep on the vehicle. I'm looking around to see if I missed anything as far as inventory goes, but those are the things I use. Of course, there's probably something missing that I'll add eventually, but if you have any questions, let me know, and I will make a video about it. So thank you so much.